Ladies and gentlemen, you are the very definition of survival of the fittest.
To those who dare to dream!
Before Eden was even mentioned, the world was already crumbling beneath its people. In 2024's vision of dystopia, Earth is no longer a home, it's a warning. Ron Howard doesn't just show a broken planet, he forces us to feel it. The skies are permanently overcast. Cities sprawl in silence. Nature has withdrawn into shadow. Every detail is drenched in gray. Color is nearly gone, just like hope. Governments have collapsed or merged into megacorps. Capitalism hasn't just consumed the world, it has replaced its soul. People no longer chase dreams, they chase survival. We are introduced to a few key figures amid this despair. Maren, Florence Pugh, a trauma nurse who stopped feeling empathy after her daughter died in a food riot. Elias, Riz Ahmed, a former teacher turned radical writer, banned for emotional disruption. Dr. Calder, Lance Reddick, a soft-spoken but morally ambiguous scientist from the Eden Project. These are not heroes, they are survivors, fractured, haunted, and barely holding on. The film begins with these characters in fragmented cities, showing us brief windows into their lives. The cinematography keeps us distant, long takes with static camera angles, giving us time to observe the emptiness. There's little music in this opening act, only mechanical hums, distant echoes, and the sound of breathing. It's deeply unsettling, designed to suffocate. Through scattered news broadcasts and flickering AR panels, the audience learns of the Eden Initiative, a top-secret relocation project promising peace and rebirth, but only for the selected few. The public knows little. Rumors swirl: religious cult, military bunker, tech-funded Noah's Ark. The emotional core of this section isn't just desperation, it's resignation. Everyone is tired. Everyone is ready to let go. So when the Eden shuttles arrive, slick, silent, corporate, people don't ask questions, they just board. The shuttle journey to Eden is shown not as a triumph, but as surrender. There's no music, only the soft hum of artificial air and the slow breath of tired passengers. Ron Howard chooses restraint here. Wide shots of expressionless faces, empty seats, and blinking lights. This is not the beginning of hope, it is the end of struggle. As the shuttle doors open, we are introduced to Eden, a lush, beautiful island, impossibly green, untouched by pollution, with clean water flowing and artificial skies shining with gentle, unnatural light. It's too perfect. The architecture is minimalist: glass domes, solar towers, and gardens that look cloned rather than grown. Uniformed attendants greet the newcomers with calm smiles. Their politeness is uncanny, robotic almost. There's no warmth, only programmed empathy. Maren looks around, suspicious. "Why is everything so still?" she whispers. Elias walks with wonder, but notices something disturbing. No insects, no birds, no wind. Eden is beautiful, but unnaturally sterile. The newcomers are led through a strict orientation: medical scans, neural assessments, morality evaluations. Every movement is logged, every reaction is studied. They are told Eden is a behavioral sanctuary designed to help them heal from trauma and relearn peace. But the peace feels artificial, like a sedative. In this part of the film, colors become unnaturally vivid. Greens are too green, skies too blue. The score is gentle but repetitive, almost hypnotic. Howard manipulates our senses, making paradise feel suspicious. We learn more about the rules of Eden. No questions about its origin. No violence, even verbal. No contact with outsiders. All activities monitored for your safety. Breaking any rule leads to recalibration, a term left undefined. The characters begin to adapt, or pretend to. Maren keeps her guard up. Elias joins a poetry circle and reads about freedom, quietly testing limits. Dr. Calder, meanwhile, becomes increasingly absent, rarely appearing, only through screens. A memorable scene shows the newcomers at a community dinner. Everyone dressed in white, seated in symmetrical rows, eating tasteless but nutrient-optimized meals. A child laughs, but no one joins. That single sound echoes awkwardly, reminding us this harmony is manufactured. By the end of this section, Eden feels more like a test than a refuge. The island is too symmetrical, the smiles are too stable, and someone, somewhere, is watching everything. As the days pass on Eden, the veneer of calm begins to crack, not just in the environment, but in the relationships between the survivors. The psychological pressure cooker that is Eden forces everyone to confront their deepest fears, resentments, and desires. Maren and Elias, the central figures of this drama, embody opposing responses to this pressure. Maren, cautious and pragmatic, tries to hold on to her remaining sense of self and morality. Elias, restless and idealistic, seeks meaning and rebellion even within the tight boundaries of Eden's rules. Their interactions are layered with tension. Scenes are often shot with tight close-ups, highlighting micro-expressions, fleeting looks of doubt, suppressed anger, and reluctant empathy. Ron Howard uses these to build a simmering emotional undercurrent, one that slowly bubbles to the surface. Secondary characters add to the complexity. A couple who once loved but now mistrust each other. A young woman overwhelmed by the weight of silence. A man who silently obsesses over control. Each subplot explores different facets of human fragility and resilience under duress. Group dynamics fracture as factions form. Some survivors cling to hope and rules, believing in the promise of rebirth. Others, disillusioned and fearful, withdraw or plot escape. Dialogue is sparse but charged. Conversations revolve around memory, loss, and the nature of freedom. For example, in one poignant exchange, Elias says, "Freedom isn't running away, it's choosing what chains to wear." The cinematography here becomes more claustrophobic. Corridors narrow, spaces shrink, and the once open gardens feel like cages. Light and shadow interplay to symbolize hope and despair. Music remains minimal but haunting. A recurring motif of a distant piano or a single string note weaves through scenes, reinforcing the film's themes of isolation and yearning. The film also subtly incorporates symbolism. A broken clock that never ticks, a wilting flower in a sterile room, reflections that don't quite match reality, all speak to the characters' fractured psyches and the fragile nature of Eden itself. By the end of this section, the tension is palpable. The calm surface has shattered, and what lies beneath is an unstable, fragile world, teetering on the edge of collapse.